Man, I think the first day we had, both days we had at least 35 or more artists, both days. So it's just like, man, that many people making music here.
Oh yeah, that's a
And
fact.
ain't
Yeah,
no, and ain't nobody. That's bad. You
yeah.
think about it. Them numbers. We got that many people making music here, and ain't nobody took off. Like that's
Right.
like we gotta do better than that.
And
Like,
I
we
think-
gotta do better.
And I think like sort of two things come to mind, and this again, a lot of these conversations, I'm sort of trying to like build the conversations on top of prior conversations and build out this sort of reflection on why things maybe haven't happened up to this point for individual artists or for the city as a whole. What some of the things that need to be altered and that need to be changed going forward, and then also what's some of like the progress that has been made. And so one of the things that I've said to a couple of people in these conversations is, and it goes back to one of the things you was just saying and everything that you was just saying right now, but this is the most collective that the hip hop scene has ever been before.
Correct.
The hip hop scene in Rockford has never been as united as it is in this exact moment. It has never been a stronger collective than it is at this exact moment. There's never been a stronger culture than it is at this exact moment. When I was growing up, and again, there's multiple things that point to this where they have this, and again, this is like a saying that's like it's more towards like sociology and social things, but I think it also can apply culturally as well, where there's this argument where does the time make the person, or is it certain people who are meant for that time? Is it that, and again, this was more connected with like history and things like that. But, for example, is it that slavery makes a person who like Harriet Tubman be Harriet Tubman, and all these different things lead up to her being this person that can have this mindset? Or is it that Harriet Tubman was always this person, and it just happened that she just was in this time and it worked together?
Right, I feel you.
And so I say that to say that the same thing is true, with the culture musically here, and I'm just going to sort of name a few different people and talk about different trajectories where, I remember growing up, and even if I had to pick one person to this day who was the closest of organically and really breaking out and being big and making it out of Rockford with music, it's Blazo. And there may be some people who had different highs that, may connect differently from street reasons and things like that. But if we just going across the board of music performance, doing live performances, having a song, having a single, having a following, that's, I remember growing up and going to parties and Izzy the Plug are playing parties and everybody in rap Izzy the Plug, and there's some other rappers who like in the streets who, if you on they side of town, and a certain song play, everybody in that side of town is rapping it, but if you on a different side of town and you play that song, you gonna get your ass beat for trying to play that song. Exactly. Whereas that wasn't the case with Izzy the Plug. With Izzy the Plug, it didn't matter if he's on an East Side party, a West Side party, a South Side party. Izzy the Plug come on and everybody rapping it. It's women that's rapping it. It's dudes that's rapping it. At the time, there was different age demographics that's rapping it, and this, and this is also, the video was big. There was also a video that went along with it, and Blazo performed Izzy the Plug places. To this day,
he performed it at the festival.
Yeah, so to this day, there's not too many other. Actually, I don't think there's any individual artist that exists that's in Rockford that can pick a song that they put out multiple years ago and can perform that song, and when the song come on in the spot, it's like they just put that song out.
Oh no, that song still slap.
And so I say that to say, you can sort of see, you need a Blazo. Like before the first person come and blow and break through the door, there's always somebody who was close to being the first. There's always somebody that was close to being this. Even when somebody comes from Houston and then you start talking to them about the Houston culture, they gonna talk to you about songs you ain't never heard of that didn't get to be as big as whatever Still Tippin' is. But without this song, they can't be no Still Tippin'. And so Blazo, without this artist, they can't, without UGK, they can't be no, Mike Jones, or there can't be no Paul Wall, or there can't be anybody else who maybe have more commercial success than some of these people who had underground success. And, to me, Blazo exemplifies that. And then to even see like the lanes.